automotive icons, the magnificent five with dramatic music. Welcome to the channel, you petrol-sniffing gearheads. Today we're diving headfirst into the world of proper motoring legends. Get ready to explore the top 5 most iconic cars of all time. Machines that you absolutely need to know about. So buckle up, grab your driving gloves, optional but encouraged, and get ready for a wild ride through automotive history. Right then, let's start at the beginning, shall we? And I'm not talking about some fancy Italian stallion or a German Autobahn stormer. No, we're going back to the car that quite literally put the world on wheels, the Ford Model T. Now you might be thinking, a Model T, that little black thing? Bit boring, isn't it? And you know what? You'd be right if all you cared about was screaming engines and going from 0 to 60 faster than you can say internal combustion. But the Model T wasn't about any of that. It was about revolution, about accessibility, about bringing motoring to the masses. Thanks to its simple design, mass production techniques, and Ford's relentless focus on affordability, suddenly everyone and their grandmother could own a car. The Model T wasn't just a car, it was a social phenomenon. It opened up the world to ordinary people, allowed them to travel further, experience more, and escape the drudgery of horse-drawn life. Next up, we're hopping across the pond to Germany, a country known for its precision engineering and, let's face it, rather efficient autobahns. And what better car to represent Germany than the Volkswagen Beetle? Now, the Beetle might look like a cute little bug, and its engine note won't exactly send shivers down your spine, but don't let that fool you. This car has a history as rich and storied as a Shakespearean tragedy, though thankfully with fewer dead kings at the end. Born out of a rather dark period in German history, the Beetle was the brainchild of none other than Ferdinand Porsche himself. The 1960s embraced the Beetle as their own, turning it into a symbol of counterculture and youthful rebellion. And let's be honest, who could resist those big, soulful headlights? Chapter 3, Porsche 911, the evolution of an icon. Now, if you want to talk about a car that's as at home on the racetrack as it is on a winding mountain road, look no further than the Porsche 911. This is the car that made Porsche a legend, a byword for performance, handling, and dare I say it, a certain air of sophisticated cool. The 911 story began in the 1960s, a time when the world was mad for all things fast and stylish, but the 911 wasn't just a pretty face. This car could handle like a dream, thanks to its rear engine layout and Porsche's obsessive attention to detail. From the classic long hood models of the 60s and 70s to the technological marvels of today, the 911 has always stayed true to its core values: performance, handling, and style. At Chapter 4, Ferrari F40, the prancing horse's untamed beast. Alright, let's be honest, we couldn't have a list of iconic cars without including at least one Ferrari, could we? And when it comes to Ferraris that embody raw power, untamed performance, and a touch of Italian madness, the Ferrari F40 takes the checkered flag. This, my friends, is not a car for the faint of heart. The F40 was Enzo Ferrari's last hurrah, a celebration of everything that made Ferrari great, distilled into one glorious, fire-breathing package. The F40 was all sharp angles, massive wings, and a screaming turbocharged V8 engine that sounded like a choir of angry angels. It was a car that demanded respect, that could bite you in the backside if you weren't careful. And even today, decades after it was first unleashed on the world, the F40 still has the power to make grown adults weep with joy. Chapter 5, Mini Cooper small car, giant personality. And now for something completely different. We've had American innovation, German engineering, and Italian flair. Now it's time for a bit of British charm, with a car that's as much about character as it is about practicality, the Mini Cooper. The Mini Cooper was born in the heart of swinging London in the 1960s, a time when the world was changing, and small was suddenly beautiful. Designed by Sir Alec Isigonis, the Mini was a masterpiece of packaging. A tiny car with a surprising amount of space inside, but the Mini was more than just a clever design. It was a car that was fun to drive thanks to its go-kart-like handling and peppy engine. The Mini Cooper, against all odds, became a giant killer on the racetrack, taking on and beating much larger, more powerful cars. Well, there you have it, petrolheads. 5 iconic cars that have left an indelible mark on automotive history. From the humble Model T to the ferocious F40, these cars represent the very best of what the automotive world has to offer. But now it's your turn. Which of these automotive legends gets your motor running? Let us know in the comments below which car you think deserves the title of most iconic.